welcome to the Jeff and Kenny Show. Welcome for the first time on our video. We're going to be talking about being scammed through Facebook, Messenger, TikTok, and different type apps. And there's a lot of people that's being scammed out there because, let's face the fact, sex sells. And so a lot of people will get on these messengers and send you friend requests, and next thing you know, they've gotten into your phone and your bank account and all different types of things, and you become a victim. And so basically tonight, for the next few minutes, we're going to talk about being a victim to a long time addiction, and that's pornography and sex crimes being done through social media. Jeff, tell us basically what you've been through.
Well, they start out on Facebook,
Right.
and it'll be someone that could be somebody you know, and they don't realize you know them, and or somebody that's friends with somebody you know, so you accept it, and they start out with they'll send you a friend request, and then they'll turn around and they start messaging you. And if you don't have knowledge of this and know what you're looking for, it's quite simple.
Well, let me ask you this. When someone sends you a friend request, it sends it through regular Facebook. Now, me personally, being a law enforcement officer, I always click on the person's face and I go to their actual Facebook page and see, the number one clue should be when they joined Facebook. If there's anybody that's 2021 and somebody just joined, or the 2019 or 2020 they just joined, stay away from them. And see how many friends you have in common. Actually see what kind of posts they have.
Well, one of the biggest things on these people are their about info. If you look at their about info, it's not much. They don't give much information. I guess they can't think of much information to put on their about info. And if you do friend them and they start texting you, you will notice that it's broken English. Even in their text, you'll be able to notice the broken English.
Exactly.
So,
and another thing too, once they're able to get into your phone or start texting you, they're going to tell you everything that you want to hear. They're going to call you baby and sweetheart and all kinds of stuff, send you nude photos. They're going to work their way into eventually telling you, I want to come see you, but I can't afford it. Can you send me a prepaid card or an Amazon card or
Steam wallet? They prefer certain things. Certain ones prefer certain things. They like Steam wallet. They like Amazon. They're not big on Google.
iTunes cards.
iTunes. They like iTunes. And one of the things that you need to realize is that even if you have your location off on your phone, they can still track it. It's dangerous. It's very dangerous.
I would say go as far as to say that if you've never done study up on this, if I don't accept anyone's friend request unless I click on their face and look at their book or their Facebook page. Even with Marketplace, there's so many scams going on with Marketplace. I tell people, my friends, I tell people out in the public, when you look at something on Marketplace, see when that person joined Marketplace, because when people join Facebook, they're automatically joined Marketplace.
Yeah.
And there's so many scams there, and if there's a way for someone to scam you, whether it's Marketplace or whether it's trying to, what we're going to say is the sex scams is based on you making a few mistakes. And one of the mistakes is sending nude photos back to them. and then they claim they're going to release it and they're going to blackmail you and basically they're going to track you down and this, that, and other. Well, don't fall for that, because everything that we're learning, these people are not even close to the United States. But they can get your financial information. And a lot of fraud with finances are through the roof. Basically, I'd say 85% of the community has plastic now.
Yeah. Yeah, and you know, once they get into your phone, you believe it or not, you won't realize it, but they can have your camera on all the time, and they can have your audio on, so they can hear everything you say. You know, they can hear you if you're at home with your wife and your kids. They're hearing this. They're hearing your conversation. They're seeing your family. So
now, we're not just saying this to get a video out on YouTube. We're saying this because we know this factual.
yeah,
It does happen.
do. So
These are factual things that's happened to friends of ours that we tried to explain to them. You know, these are the things that you need to look for. And that's basically why we're making this video is because, you know, we told our friends what to look for and we told our friends how to handle it, but there's a lot of people, like Jeff discussed with me today, he's seen an older man talking in Walmart and was talking to a Walmart clerk and was wanting to know about gift card, like iTunes and Amazon cards, because he needed to put some money on it and send it to somebody. Well, I'll let him tell you that story.
well, it's basically I was in Walmart, and that's you know, it's older man, 2 associates was helping him, and basically he was saying that a gentleman called him, and to tell you the truth, I really don't remember exactly what he said. I was halfway listening to the conversation, but basically whoever called him told him that he owed something and that he had to send them a Steam wallet card or a Amazon card, and he had to, you know, it had to have $500 on it. This gentleman, he's probably in his 70s, you know, and he was buying it to send to him, and so they were scamming him. I mean, you know, if you owe something, you know good and well they're not going to want a card sent to them for payment. It's just not going to happen. So it's a lot out there, and when I say that about, and most of them are not in this country, but they can still track your phone, and they can still see your address. They can see where you live if you're at home, and they track it, and they can see where you go. They can track your maps, so they know where you work and everything. And that to me, even if they're not in this country, I would not like that. You know, I mean, that's just not.
It's happening. I mean,
it's happening.
It's like our show, the J&K show is all about reality. What we're bringing to you are the facts that we know, and we've either experienced things ourselves that you'll see later on with some more episodes that we have, and if we haven't experienced it, we know someone who has experienced it, because our next episode we're basically going to talk about law enforcement, what's going on in the world of law enforcement. So basically our next episode, we'd like for you to tune in, and we're going to discuss the do's and the don'ts, and basically why bad apples makes the whole barrel look bad, because there's a lot of officers out there that don't need to be officers, who makes the good officers look bad. So like I said, this is our very first time doing this. We look forward to doing more, but we're going to tell you what our next episode is going to be if you want to join in or if you don't. So thank you for this time, and always remember, Jeff and Kenny Show, it's all about reality.